Hi, I'm baby JC. I'm little, I'm glowing, and I got a heart full of light. Every night, I float through the stars, looking for little friends like you to share story with. And tonight, I want to tell you a very special story. It's the story of how I came into this world. Are you snuggling? Good. Let's begin. In our little yard, there was a sunny patch of earth where Mommy Mary grew mint and basil and sweet-smelling rosemary. One morning, she called me over. Baby JC, she said, I think it's time you had a little garden of your own. She opens her hand, and in her palm, there was a single tiny seed. It was dark brown, crinkled, and no bigger than a ladybug. It looked like a tiny sleeping secret. What will it be? I asked, my eyes wide with wonder. Mommy just smiled. That's for the seed to decide, and for you to discover. I took the seed and felt a small heart shape in my hand. It felt full of possibility. I chose the perfect spot in my corner of the garden, where the morning sun would warm the ground. I used my fingers to dig a little hole in the rich, dark soil, placed the seed inside, and gently covered over, patting the earth like I was tucking it into a cozy bed. You must take care of it every day, Mommy advised. Give it water to drink and let it feel the sunshine. My heart was buzzing with excitement, imagining what sleeping magic was hidden inside. Every single day, taking care of my seed became my most important job. In the morning, I would carry a small clay cup of cool water and let it drip slowly onto the soil. I would pull out any tiny weeds that tried to grow nearby. Sometimes, I would even put my ear to the ground, trying to hear the secret work happening in the darkness below. Please grow big and strong, my friend, I would whisper to the quiet earth. But days turned into a week, and then another. Nothing happened. My patch of dirt remained flat, brown, and empty. Meanwhile, all around me, the world was sprouting. In the next row, my friend Sarah's poppy seed has bursted into a family of little green hands waving hello. My friend Leo's bean plant was already a little ladder climbing up a stake he had placed for it. Look, baby JC, they would say. Mine had 3 leaves now. How many does yours have? And I could look at my empty dirt and feel a shadow of disappointment. Was my seed broken? Had a little bird eaten it? Or had it simply fallen into a deep sleep and forgotten to wake up? The patch of dirt started to look lonely and stubborn. One afternoon, my daddy Joseph saw me sitting in my garden patch with my chin in my hands. He came out from his workshop, wiping the sawdust from his hands, and sat on the ground right next to me. He looked at the empty soil for a long time. He didn't promise it would sprout tomorrow. He just said, his voice calm and steady. Some things need more time than others, son. Down there in the dark, where you can't see, your seed is doing the most important work of all. It's growing tiny roots, like little white fingers, to hold on tight to Mother Earth. It needs to be strong and steady on the inside before it can be brave enough to reach for the sun. He placed his big, callous hand on the warm earth. You know, sometimes when I'm carving wood, it looks like a mess for a very long time. But I have to trust the shape that is hidden inside. It is the same with your seed. We trust the earth, we trust the seed, and we trust God's timing. Don't lose hope. Just keep loving it. Daddy's word made the disappointment in my heart feel smaller. I didn't give up. I decided to believe in the secret work happening in the dark. I kept watering my seed and talking to it every day, not with worry, but with encouragement. I told it that I believed it was strong and that I would wait for it, no matter how long it took. And then one morning, after a night of soft, gentle rain that had made the whole world smell fresh and new, I ran out to the garden. I wasn't expecting anything different, but something caught my eye. A tiny speck of impossible rain. I knelt down and looked closer, my nose almost touching the dirt. Right where I had planted my seed, a tiny green sprout, still curled over from the effort of pushing through the soil, was reaching for the sky. It was the bravest, strongest, most beautiful little things I had ever seen. A huge, silent wow filled my heart, and I felt like I had just witnessed a real miracle. Yes, I sat and watched my little sprout for a long time, as if I was a special guard. I felt like we were partners. We did it! I whispered. You were strong down in the dark, and I kept hopping up here in the light. That tiny green shoot was more wonderful than the biggest flower, because it was a promise. It was proof that life was quietly, powerfully happening even when we couldn't see it. It was the result of patient and active hope. I understood then that the best thing often need the most time to grow. And our job isn't just to wait, but to love something before it shows us a reason to be loved. It's about believing in the promise hidden inside something small and planned. I look around the garden with new eyes at the plain brown pebbles and the sleeping ladybug, and I wonder what wonderful secret they were holding inside too. That night, I look up at the stars, the same stars you see outside your window. I didn't wear a crown. I didn't have a palace, but I came with something brighter, love. And that love is still here, floating in the star, hiding in your prayer, and waiting in your dreams. So close your eyes now. I'm right here with you. And tomorrow, I'll tell you another story. Good night, little one. You are deeply, truly loved.